Hey everybody, Paul Turner here from thediscipleproject.net, here with More Than a Youth Room. Glad you could join me today. I'm out here at New Life Assembly Westover here in Westover, Alabama. Checking out my friend Matt Britt's church. He has got a great youth room, and we're going to go check it out, see if we can scope it out, bring you guys some ideas, maybe for your youth room, and maybe even has some 911 issues, maybe something you can help him with to help his room operate even better. So, let's take it inside, have a little chat with Matt. Hey everybody, we're inside now. This is my friend Matt. Matt, say hey Matt.
Hey, what's up?
We call him Boo though.
Yeah.
That's
sure. All my friends call me Boo, so you can call me Boo too.
That's right, call him Boo too.
That's right.
We're here, we're going to check out his room here. Now tell us real quick, what is the name of your youth group?
Our youth group is Impact. We've been Impact for 18 years, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, right, sure.
But if you're anywhere for 18 years, and that is the deal here, guys. You're about to see a room that's probably evolved over the years, right? That's been here 18 years. Matt's been here 18 years. He's a legend here in the community. And so he's probably going to, like I said, tell us a little bit about the evolution. What was the room first like when you first got here?
When we first walked in, it was a Sunday school classroom that you'll see first upstairs, and it's white walls, and there were ceiling tiles in it, and we took all that out and sprayed the ceiling black, and the walls are like a fossil record. They've got layers and layers and layers of paint now, and so same downstairs. Our room, we share it with our children's church ministry. So there's neon paint and glow in the dark paint and all that we keep reinventing ourselves and remaking the room. So it's quite the process, and one day the sheetrock will give and we'll have to do it again, but for right now it's all holding up. So
there you go. And that's the deal. That's good to know, because our audience here probably is two things. Number one, everybody starts somewhere.
That's right.
You may have just junk right now. It can evolve, all right? You're meeting in a trailer, you're meeting in the fellowship hall, you're meeting in some granny's room. That's fine. It will evolve eventually. And then the other part of that is, when you share a space. We've had several videos on here before where you have to share a space, and maybe we'll talk about the challenges of that as well.
Sure, yeah.
But let's get on and look at the youth room, and that's going to show us around. Show us around, Matt.
Sweet. We're going to roll upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
This is the loft. Normally on Wednesday nights, I just tell visitors follow the loud music, and they can find their way up here just by that. I'm a little out of breath. Stairs, they get you every time. So this is where we start every Wednesday night. We have games. We have a ping pong table and a pool table, which is used rarely, mostly just for fights and stuff like that. No, I'm kidding. And then we have these quality built risers that we made. This is, I think, our third iteration of risers, and so they haven't fallen yet, and I think they're about 10 years old, so that's pretty good. This is anybody's used furniture that we could get. Hey, do you have a couch? And they're like, yes, and you just vacuum the mouse droppings out of it and put it up here. So we're able to utilize this space, and students come on Wednesday nights, and this is where they start. So they know this is the spot to hang out, and we have a coffee house / snack shack that they can pick up something to eat or drink, and so they just chill here. We say we start at 6:30, but really we don't start till about 6:45, and it just gives us some really real quality hang time just to chill out, hang out here. So the lighting. So I put up Christmas lights. And then we went to IKEA in Atlanta and got some really cool hang down lights. And then these strips came from a company called Wish. If you don't know what Wish is, you should get that app on your phone right now. It's all China-made products. Get it before the tariffs are involved with Trump. So now you have to plan ahead for Wish, because it's going to take about a month to a month and a half to get whatever you order, because it's coming from China. And so these light strips are like $3, and it's a 16-foot LED strip. And so actually, though, that was students that wanted to put that up, and so we try to make it all cool and comfortable. And then they're like, "What about these lights?" And so we put those up for them, and they make disco lights during the announcement. So The TV runs Pro Presenter normally on Wednesdays, and we'll stand here and give announcements, and nobody pays attention, I'm sure, just like in your youth room. So then they'll just ask you later, what did we talk about? But we do our best to get the information out there to them. And so then, whenever we have first-time guests, we have a VIP room. So to get to the VIP room, you have to take the secret entrance through the bookshelves. We cut a hole in the sheetrock and utilized this it was just sitting here. It was an old Sunday school classroom. And so this is our VIP room. While announcements are going on, we bring our guests in here. Me and Carrie will come in here, that's my wife, and we'll just tell them who we are and that we're stoked to see them. We give them a visitor card and ask them to fill it out. And then we take them right back around into the loft, because we don't want them to be long without their friends, and we want their friends to come with them. We don't want anything spooky to feel like that's happening for them, like we're being abducted. But we do want to just have that moment to introduce ourselves if we haven't been able to do that already. So each week we utilize the VIP room for our very important people, which are our guests, and then we just welcome back in. As they come back in into the loft, we all applaud because we are so stoked to have guests with us. That's always a plus. And so we cheer for them, and then we get ready to head downstairs for our service.
All right, so we're downstairs now, where there's really, upstairs was the connect part, right? That's kind of where you and the students kind of connect there.
That's it.
And so you could say that this is the downstairs portion where the students kind of connect with God.
Absolutely, yes.
So where are we at now?
This is downstairs. It's we call it the side chapel because it's where we do children's church on Sundays, and then also youth on Wednesdays, and then also wedding receptions. If you ever have your wedding here at New
Bar
Life.
mitzvahs?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, but you're absolutely right. We try to make that break to where there's stuff happening upstairs that's connecting, and then downstairs we shift to focus on the Lord down here.
Okay.
And so, and that's worked really well. I think even if it's subconscious, it's a really cool break from upstairs to downstairs. So.
Sure. And so what changes did you make in here? Because this is used by the kids' room.
Yes.
So you're sharing the kids' room for the worship space. What changes have you made in here to make it more to kind of not make it the kids' room?
Sure. So the kids have bright colored sayings on the wall that talk about God. I know God found me. I know that God loves me. And so we covered all that stuff up because you don't need to know that if you're a young person. No, I'm just kidding. But we took our themes are Illuminati symbols, and so we took that and just
you and Lecrae, so you know.
You're right, yeah. So we
just kidding, Lecrae.
We spread that out through the youth room on these banners. I just bought some material from Hobby Lobby and we spray painted them, and it turned out really, really well. And so that gives the room a good space. Then up front, we covered up the Life Kids logo with our billboards. We've used these for several years now. Anything from dividing space when we need a little smaller area in the sanctuary, to providing backdrops at youth events if we work in the fellowship hall. But on Wednesday nights, we put these up, and it not only covers the Live Kids, but gives us a good backdrop for speaking. And so we'll spend about 15 minutes on the front side with the message, which leads us to small groups, and then we have chairs set up, and so it's a real smooth transition. Small groups are listed on the wall. If you don't know what group you're in, go check out the list and then make your way to your small group with your leader. We do small group time, and then after that we have a final thought that's about 5 minutes, and then after that we do connect time, which is our altar time where everybody comes together to talk to the Lord. And there's always a central focus, and there's always leaders available to pray if they have specific needs. And then after that, someone announces where we're going to eat after service. So
that's an important part of the service. Announce where you're going to go eat.
That's right.
All right. So speaking of final announcements, let's go ahead and go back upstairs and do a special segment that I'm going to call What's the Story?
Okay. I like it. That sounds good.
Matt, this is fantastic. First of all, a secret door.
What? What?
It's a secret door.
When I came up with it, they were like, "It can't happen," and then they made it happen. So that's my team. They're awesome. They're so fantastic at that.
How many people, by the way? Do you have a lot of people sit on the loft side on the stages?
Oh,
is that a plan?
That's all they do. Nobody sits on the floor. They all sit on the platforms. So much so that, and it's weird. Like one side will get favored each week. So like everybody will be on one side, and then you're like, "Hey, we can spread out a little bit. It's okay." So yeah. They love the risers. I guess they feel a little closer to Jesus being up.
There you go. Lift them up, Lord. Lift them up. Let's go look at the cafe area because I'm a big cafe guy. Because I like to eat junk food.
I'm a fan.
Let's go in here. Oh, are there lights in here?
Yes, I can crank this up. There you go.
Ooh, look at this. So we got a nice little cafe area. It's not super huge, right?
Right. No. Yeah. It's really compact. Again, it's another Sunday school classroom that we just converted. We did bust another hole in the wall. Our mindset is, if you want to get to that room, why would you use the door? Bust a hole in the wall. We really do like once you come into the loft, like you don't have to go anywhere else. You can just go through other holes. So
there you go. So you've heard of Busta Rhymes? This is Bust a Hole.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
That's what we do around here.
So nobody's allowed behind the curtain except for whoever's running the snack shack, and so that means that 4 or 5 students congregate back here every week, and I'm like, "Hey, what are y'all doing back there? You're not supposed to be back there."
So figuring out how to try to get free food.
That's right. Absolutely. So
works.
We don't do any like cooked food here. We tried that once. It was a mess. It got really it's bad. So we do anything that's prepackaged: candy bars, chips, all that jazz.
Yeah.
And we do drinks, and it's always constantly needing to be restocked. Even right now, if you want a Sprite, I could give you that, or maybe a water. But other than that, we need sodas. So that's kind of where we're at. They're always like, "Boo, we need more drinks." I'm like, okay, I'll get them. So,
all right, got one last little thing. Come on in here, because I'm going to start a new segment with you called "What's the Story?"
Okay.
So come on out here, because I saw something,
yes,
and I need to know and I need to understand.
All right, sweet.
Okay. So I'm looking down here, and I see this little VW bug.
Oh, yes.
So I am looking at that going, why is that down there? And it is awesome. What's the story behind the VW bug?
Okay, let's get him so you can see.
Okay.
So,
pretty cool.
He's remote control activated, but we don't have the remote. So we found him in a thrift store. I think we found him on What's on 2nd downtown in Birmingham. A really cool shop. If you've never been, if you're ever in Birmingham, go there. Instead of Railroad Park. So we found him there, and at the time our youth room was, our loft was really retro. Everything was all retro, and so we were like, that will be perfect. And so this was, I think, 3 renovations ago. So we had him, and it was perfect. All of the retro stuff has since kind of bit the dust or gone away, but we couldn't get rid of the bus. So we just keep him stored under there, and people will bring him out, every once in a while. I could think of many uses for it, but right now it just kind of collects dust under the stairs there. So
right here, Matt Britt, everybody, also known as Boo, got the VW bus. If you have some comments, things like that, please leave them down below. I want to thank Matt for showing us his room today. Everybody say thank you in the comments below.
Oh, yeah.
Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, by the way, why not? Hit the subscribe button at the end of this video or down below. And if you're a regular, thank you so much for being here, being a part of the channel. Don't forget to leave your comments and share it with somebody else. So until next time, we'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.
See ya.